Hello, family. I know it's been a couple weeks since you've seen me, but I'm sure Father Dozy was very informative and kind last week. So, again, we're going through the mission and purpose of the church. So, last Sunday's homily, at least mine, was very focused on kind of, what can you do to be a part of our family? And so I think it's very important that the whole message of the gospel was casting out into the deep, right? And all the readings for last Sunday, we saw how three very sinful men became very great men in the Bible: Isaiah, Peter, and Paul. And so there's no excuse for any of us. Like, we all have the opportunity to do great things for our parish, for our church. And so we need to cast out into the deep, to let God kind of take control of our lives. And then at my masses, I said, as we were talking about Peter and fishing and casting out into the deep and the purpose of the church, I said, there's a page on our website that's devoted to our mission and purpose. Guess what it's called? Casting into the Deep. And so, I encourage you to, this is a book we put together about it, but it's online. You can go right to that page on our website. I think it's under resources. If you click on that, you'll find it, to go through kind of, really articles about gather, connect, serve, and go out. There's a couple articles on introducing people to Jesus and together fully following him, right? There's couple articles on gather and the other ones. And so today we want to focus just a little bit on connect. And I'm going to kind of talk about connect and a spillover into serve, but we'll try to stay focused on connect. And, connect is one of the things at St. Patrick's I feel we do really well. Like, we could do better because you can always do things better, but I think we do really well with our women's fellowship, our That Man Is You, our senior life committee, our adult faith formation Bible study classes. We provide our donut social Sunday morning. We provide many ways for people to connect with one another, to build relationships, to grow stronger together. Little Saints. There's just a ton of opportunities at St. Patrick's to connect with one another, right, and build relationships. And that's what the connect is all about, right? Connecting with one another to build relationships, to grow stronger in our faith. I've heard it said many times that having a friendship is great. Having a friendship with someone in Christ is even better, right? When you involve Christ in that relationship, when you have someone you can sit down with and talk about your relationship with Jesus, your relationship with the church, how that's affecting your life, and share that with someone else. That's a lot different than just having like a friend from work or, a friend from your local restaurant. But a friend in faith is someone that you really can cling to and will become hopefully a lifelong friend. And so we try to provide as many opportunities at St. Patrick's to do that as we can. I think we have, at least three really strong ones, which are Women's Fellowship, That Man Is You, and Senior Life Committee, and the things that they do. And so, but we also offer, kind of one-time things. We try to do a pilgrimage every so often. So I think the pilgrimage for this spring is to the National Shrine of the Miraculous Medal in Philadelphia. I don't know the dates of that just yet, but we also are planning a trip to Sight Sound Theaters to see Noah, one-day trips like that. There's a big pilgrimage coming up August 27th to September 4th to the Jubilee in Rome to experience that together. And I think we have 15 or 20 people going on that right now, but you can still sign up. So lots of opportunities to connect. But what is one of Father's least favorite things about connect is when someone comes to me and says, "Hey, Father, I have a great idea." And then they pitch it. And then I look at them and then I say, "That is a great idea. Do it." "Oh, Father, I don't want to do it." I just think it's a great idea. You know what? So do I. But we're not going to do it unless we get volunteers to do it, right? I've had a lot of great pitches. None of them saw fruition because no one's willing to support them. And that's kind of where the dip and to serve comes into, right? If we want to produce more opportunities for connecting, then we need more people serving the church to connect, to show those people how to connect. If you want to do, an idea that pops off the top of my head was someone recommended we should do a trivia night every so often. That's a great idea. It is a very popular thing, but I need people to run it. I need volunteers to organize it. And so if you're not going to serve in that manner, then that event's not going to happen. Like, I don't have like 100 paid staff to come and organize every idea that crosses my desk. That's what you guys are for, right? That's what my volunteers, my serve is for in our purpose statement. So I'm not against new ideas or better ideas for connecting and growing closer as a family, but I need volunteers to help me do that. And that's kind of why I appointed, Elaine Sakar as our director of volunteers and ministries, so that she can pull together volunteers and help them get organized in whatever event they want to do. It's not her job to run the event. It's her job to give you the resources to run the event, right? And help schedule the event and plan the event. But don't think, well, we have Elaine, she can just run everything. No, that's not her job. Her job is to encourage you and to help you organize whatever Father has said you can do. So, if we want to create more Connect events, and I'm always open to those events, we need people to serve and run those and volunteer for those events, for those kind of things to happen. Hey, we should start this kind of ministry or do that kind of event. All great ideas that, people pitch to me. But when I turn it back on them and say, okay, then you run it, and then they kind of run away. And so, we need to think about that. Like, how as a family can we work together to make the Connect even broader than it is now and reach more people than we are now? So that is kind of I think the direction we need to be heading when it comes to Connect. Do I think we could have more opportunities to connect? 100%. But do I think we need volunteers to serve in whatever those opportunities are? 100%. Because we can't do it. I can't do everything. Elaine can't do everything. Like, my staff can't do everything. It needs volunteers to help organize and run things and keep things moving, right? Like bingo, that has been brought up now. That's a little bit of a scary word, but again, another kind of connect that if we did, a quarterly Polish pottery bingo or designer purse bingo or things like that. Those are great ideas, right? Great opportunities to raise money for the church, great opportunities to bring people together and connect, but it needs people serving in those events and ministries to get the work done. So as a family, as a vision for our family, that's my goal. My goal is to have a community or a family who's willing to serve in ways to help us produce more opportunities to connect, right? And then once we connect with one another, we worship together. All these things are interrelated. Gathering to worship together, we build relationships that connect. We connect with people in ministries and events outside of, the worship service. Then we build a volunteer corps that helps us, run those events and ministries that help people connect. All this. And then once people grow in those relationships, right, and grow in those things that we provide at St. Patrick's, then I believe that gives them the strength and the courage to go out, right, and serve the community and help in the community. We have so many ways to do that in the Carlisle area. So I'll talk about that on another week. But again, there's a big thank you from me, from all the people who do organize the ways we connect in our parish. But there's also a big push underlying that says, hey, we need volunteers to help, run those Connect opportunities and grow in those opportunities. So I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to pray about it and see if that's what God is calling you to do, right? We always want to do what God's calling us to do. And we don't want to be afraid of that call because, in the end, God just wants us to be happy. So there's going to be joy in whatever that call is, I promise. And so please continue to pray about that. Please continue to connect with others in our parish to grow in your faith and build relationships. And it is a big part of who we are and why we do what we do. So thank you very much for that. I do have a few announcements that I kind of want to press home, right? We are fast approaching the Lenten season. And so Ash Wednesday, which is March 5th, we will have many opportunities to go to Mass. We'll have a 6:45 a.m. here at the Shrine Church, 8:30 with the school students at Marsh Drive, a noon Mass here at the Shrine Church, and then a 7 p.m. Mass at the Marsh Drive Church. So at least 4 opportunities to go to Mass on Ash Wednesday, March 5th. Coming up, March 9, 10, and 11 is our 40 hours here at St. Patrick's. We have services 7 p.m. each evening, and then we have adoration after the last Mass on Sunday, which would be 12:30 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday. So we need to fill all those hours up. We'll get a sign-up sheet in the lobbies to do that, to help out with that. So that's coming up. Very excited. Our guest speaker is an old friend, Father Matthew Morelli. He was here as a seminarian many years ago and did summer assignment here. So he's coming to be our guest speaker. And then lastly, the parish Lenten penance service. It's really the Sunday before Ash Wednesday, March 2nd at 7 p.m. in the Marsh Drive Church. And so please come and start your Lent off with a good start. So thanks, everyone. Have a blessed week. God bless you, and I love you all.